Hello everyone, this is part 2 of the F150 rattle ratcheting noise from wheels video. The first video I will link in the description below. This is the parts I'll be using to fix this. The first was a new check valve assembly, and this is the part number for the integrated wheel end. And it comes in one piece. You'll see the one I pull out here in a little bit is broken in two pieces. This comes completely greased and ready to install. It's got two seals in there, and vacuum will be is applied to the center of it as what will disengage it. So we'll start off and pull the wheel on the right front. Pull the bolts for the wheel speed sensor and the brake line. Pull off the clips for the wheel speed sensor, and we're going to pull this wheel speed sensor wiring down so we can gain access to pull the integrated wheel end. Pull the center cap, just grab some pliers and wiggle it and it'll pull off. Pull the nut for the axle. Disconnect the connector for the wheel speed sensor. Break these brake caliper bolts loose. Ford likes to put anti-seize on them, so they'll be tight the entire way coming out. They're a real pain. Slip this caliper off, hang it off to the side. Take the nut for the outer tie rod end off, pull the tie rod end up. Then we're going to loosen up the nut for the upper ball joint. We'll pry the control arm down, pull the nut off. And remove the control arm from the knuckle. We'll pop the axle out and then take the 3 bolts out for this IWE. We'll remove the IWE, and you can see here it's busted in 2 pieces. We'll slip this engagement gear out. That's what's broken. It's just plastic. Take the 2 pieces out. It should be 1 piece. Clean up the flange on the knuckle. Install the new integrated wheel end. Make sure it's clocked correctly with the vacuum lines up. Install the 3 bolts. Tighten them down. Make sure the gear is engaged into the hub. Push the knuckle back up and engage the axle into the IWE. Pry the upper control arm back down into the knuckle. Install the nut and tighten up. Make sure it's all engaged, nothing's binding. This one looks good. Reinstall the axle nut, tighten it up. I'm going to apply a vacuum on this to make sure it disengages properly before I wrap everything up. There you can see it frees up, it's working just fine. Release the vacuum, there it engages. Reinstall the brake caliper. Install the bolts. Reinstall the vacuum line. Tighten up the caliper bolts. Reinstall the dust cap. Reinstall the wheel speed sensor wiring and the brake line. Fish the wiring back up, press it into its clips, reinstall the outer tie rod end, tighten up the nut, plug the wheel speed sensor back in. That completes it for the IWE. Then we'll put this check valve assembly in. And that will conclude it for this one. This one was test driven and it worked perfect. So no more rattling noise out of the left front. Good to go. Another satisfied customer. Thanks for watching, everyone. And we will see you in the next video.